So in this segment, we're going to continue our metric conversions. We're still using our blocks to help us with this, and we're still going to go from big units to little units, except this time, instead of going from kilograms to grams, we're going to go from kilograms down into the smaller units, like centigrams or milligrams. We continue with our two color-coded base 10 blocks so that we make sure that we have our blown up version of this single unit. We start off with our base unit, which is a meter or a liter or a gram, and we want to break those down into smaller ones, so that's too small to do that. So we said we're going to expand it and use the yellow ones as our expanded little tiny cubes. So all of these are little tiny ones from that base unit. So in this question we have 1 gram, or one little cube, or one big yellow cube, whichever way you want to look at it, and we're asking how many centigrams are there going to be. So how many rods does it take to make up one of these cubes? Well, we know it takes 10 rods to make a flat, and we have 10 flats to make up a cube, so 10 times 10 is going to give us 100. So we know that our answer is supposed to be 100 of these rods to take one of those up, so we can use our chart that we've made here to help us figure this out. We can fill in that we need those, and now we're into our units, and we're now into our units of 100 centigrams to make 1 gram. If we wanted to take our 1 gram and change it into milligrams now, we know that there's 1,000 of these little millis to make one of these cubes, so therefore our answer should be milligrams. But how do we figure this out? Well, we can fill in our boxes, and get the answer of 1,000 milligrams to take one of these base unit grams. In a previous lesson we did 1 kilogram and we changed that into grams, and we got the answer of 1,000 grams. And some students might be confused by saying, well, how do we get 1,000 grams in a kilogram and 1,000 milligrams in a gram? How do we get the same answer of 1,000? But what's important to point out is that it's 1, 2, 3 changes of shape to go from kilograms to grams, and it's 1, 2, 3 changes of shape to go from grams to milligrams. So every time we do a change of shape, we have a new place value, and therefore, since these are talking about place values, it's not talking about a particular piece of something, it's how big we're talking. So every time we change in shape, we have a change in place value, and how many place values determines how many places the decimal point has to move. So it was after the 1 here, 1, 2, 3 moves to the right, and here 1, 2, 3 moves to the right, and we're going to get a lot more, in this case 1,000 more, because we're trying to find out how many little pieces does it take to make a big piece. And in the kilogram question, how many little pieces does it take to make a big piece? So any time that we're changing from a big piece into a little piece, we should be expecting to get a lot more of them. And how many more determines on how many changes of shape we need to make.